The Biden administration wants to accelerate the green revolution with tougher emission standards. This week, the EPA proposed new car emission standards. If approved, it would require electric vehicles to make up at least 2/3 of new car sales by 2032. The White House also hopes tax credits for new EV purchases will encourage more people to actually buy them. If approved, the emission standards would start in model year 2027 cars. Keely Chalmers is our climate change expert. You have been covering a whole array of stories. Yep. We're interested in your take. Is this an attainable goal?
Absolutely. I mean, I say the sooner the better, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be next year. But, you know, we all know that policy at times can be slow to change. Right. So, you know, we'll take what we can get because something definitely needs to be done. We know that through all the science and the research over the last several years or decades that the climate is changing. It's warming. We're going to have profound effects. We're going to see more extreme weather events, more extreme fires. Mega fires now has become a term that we had never heard before, but we're experiencing it here even in Colorado. So yeah, anything we can do. I think when it comes to EVs, the technology is there. I think some people might be a little bit concerned about the infrastructure, but we're taking huge strides in that as well. We have those fast chargers in the metro area, and some of the rural areas are already working on getting those as well. So we're taking the steps. We just have to, you know, get those changes in practice.
Yeah, I mean, I think Denver's got some pretty lofty goals too to increase the number of EV cars on our streets here. I think you bring up a really interesting point of, you know, people sometimes still think, I think with climate change, oh, it's in the future. It's going to be, no, I mean, it's happening now with our 90-degree stretches of days. Like you said, we've seen the impacts with the fire. I mean, it's a reminder that it's here. It's not in the future.
Yeah, and Anisha, it's really interesting. Last month, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which is a panel of hundreds of really, really smart people, scientists, you know, around the globe who know what they're talking about, right? They come out with these every year, and every year I read them and I think, who are people reading this? Are the policymakers reading this? And they just came out with last month, and it's saying, you know, we need to act now. I mean, we just can't wait. And so I think all these strides are important, and we're obviously seeing the impacts.
I think it becomes complicated, right? Because then it gets political, and then that slows down some of the legislation that we need, some of the infrastructure that we need, or just everybody on the same page.
Absolutely. And it can get confusing. I think.
It is confusing.
And also daunting for folks. Right? So I like to, in my stories, as you know, I like to focus on the folks that are researching, the scientists. They're the ones who are saying, I not only want to promote change, but I'm going to, you know, innovate something to help combat this issue. And I tell you what, there are the smartest people in the world, and the universities, research centers doing amazing things to help us, to help our kids, to help our grandkids have a future on this planet. And I'll tell you what, I am honored every week, every day I get to do a story with them because they're just amazing.
They are, and you learn so much from them every time you talk. I just want to end on this idea of we're seeing so much being done at hyper-local levels within specific communities, even if it's as simple as planting a couple of trees, you know, by your business, to all the way to state and federal level action. When you layer that all together, what is your take on how much action is actually being brought to the table?
I mean, I think, again, I think we need to do more. I mean, I think we should have done stuff years ago, but I think anything, the little steps, it is the little steps. Like you mentioned, I mean, even planting a tree, because I think when we wake up in the morning and we watch the news stories,
it's overwhelming.
It does. It's daunting, right? And you're like, well, if I can't do all that, then I'm going to do nothing. But I don't think that's the case. I think we should see it as just taking the small steps, whether it be conserving water, planting a tree, landscaping your yard to be bee-friendly, because pollinators are struggling right now with the climate issues. You know, drought-friendly yards, just little things we can all do to make a difference.
Yeah, it all adds up. Awesome. Well, it's been so good to talk to you. Thank you for doing this. We appreciate it.